Hi friends, it's Velvet. I am here with this junk journal that we were working on in last video. This is all dried and I have sewn in the signatures. This is nice. I've got a little work to do on this just to make it a little bit smoother, but in the process of doing this, I discovered that we have a gap here. So I am going to fix that using two different things. So I have got some lace out, looks like this, that's going to go on the outside and it's going to tuck under here and glue down. But I need to cover this part. So what I've done is, that's not it. Where did it go? Right here. I have cut a very thin washi tape that I think will just fit. I'm hopeful it will just fit. The other thing I could do is cut a wide washi tape and connect the two pages, but you know, kind of crease the middle of it. So that's an idea too. This, I really feel like this is gonna work though. It might take a little maneuvering, but I think I can get it. If it doesn't work, I can always put thicker washi on top. In fact, I could use one of my homemade ones. And that fits almost perfectly. So, I am just trying to get this apart right now, because as you know, I struggle with this. Take the glasses off. Let's see if we can. I was outside picking weeds, and it doesn't matter how often you wash your hands or how many times you wash your hands after picking weeds. My nails are still icky. I really got to remember to put on my gloves, but here the thing is, I walk around the yard with the dog or whatever and I see something, so I bend over and pull it. I guess when I walk the dog I should put on gloves. Oh, let's see. I'll try the pokey tool. You know, I said I should always start with a pokey tool. There we go. I got you. I got you. What I'm going to do is put a bunch of the art glitter glue on this to keep it in place. So I'm kind of going, it gets a little heavier than I typically would with washi, or with anything really. This glue is so good that I don't tend to use a whole lot of it on each project, because you don't need to, you know. But I just want to be on the safe side here. All right. So I'm going to go from there. Wanted this to go under there like that. So I'm going to make it go like there. Yep, I'm making it do it. Actually, let's use the pokey tool. I'm just trying to get that kind of underneath there, if I can. Easier said than done. I had grand plans for this, but you know what? I think it may have worked. I'm gonna cut this here, put a little glob of glue here. so that it stays. So it's not quite underneath there the whole way down, but it's good on the other side. All right, that looks a lot better. I may have to do something here. I'm not sure. So now, because of this, and because this did not want to stay for me, I am going to do this. Stay. So it's going to go like this. This piece, the actual decorated piece right there, is just wide enough to cover that spine. And then I'm going to have to put the glue here and here and hope it doesn't come through. So I need something that's going to dry clear but not leave blobs. And my first thought is the Fabri-Tac, because it is for fabric and paper. So I'm going to go like this. Get the front on nice. And then we'll work on the inside. All right, keep that there like that. Okay, so just, okay, we can do that. It's okay. I just want to make sure that this is down on that spine here, that the glue is holding. Whoa. And this is what I wanted to do here. Of course, the bottle's getting empty, so it's not going to cooperate as well as I'd like it to. With any luck, this will not show through because it's kind of got a double lace right there. And that's why I'm putting it close to this seam here. There, that was what I was hoping for. So it's coming through, but it should dry non-tacky. That's the idea. And then we're going to do the same thing here, right up against that seam. Had I been smart, I would have done this before poking the holes for the signatures, because that part actually was very lined up, very even. It went well thanks to that bookbinding cradle that we used. Okay, I'm gonna go like this and just make sure that this is sticking. And the other thing I want to do is just make sure that it's going to stay there when I go like that to close the book. To get an idea of how that's going to look, I think it's pretty. I do have some clips that I can put on here that are big enough. Like, for example, this one here. I wonder if one of my smaller ones will work. It does. Good, good. I'm going to put it right at the bottom here. Hopefully when I take them off, it's not going to pull that but I honestly don't think it's going to. I think that that's going to work well for us. Now, what happens when you open this and try to get this in? What I'll probably end up doing is doing a little cut from here and here, like a miter. And then what I intend to do is tuck it under the signatures. So I'm going to pause, let this dry a little bit, and then come back and tuck that in, and you can see how it turned out. All right, so I'm back. It didn't really take long. It's still a little tacky, but it's staying, so I'm pleased with that. So what I've done is I've opened this up, and this was my intention. I was going to go like this, and this, and glue it down. But I don't want that page to stick to it, so I have to be careful. So that made me wonder if maybe I should just put the glue just to right here and just leave it like that. And so I think that's what I'm gonna do. Let's start with the top here. So all I'm gonna do is put this Fabri-Tac just to the top of the actual book, you know, signature pages. But I can go down the middle a little bit to accommodate for the middle of this trim. So that was my intent. And I think that it's going to work, I think. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to use one of these clips to make sure it stays there. And then I'm going to move to the other side and do this the same way. See how there's more space up here than here? That's, you know, my bad. But it's okay. It still looks pretty. So again, we're going to just go to the top of the signature page and then a little down here. I hope this is all in frame for you so you can see what I'm doing, how I'm doing it. And I'm going to use another one of these. Just, I think that kind of got a little wrinkled, but it's okay. Alright, the fact that that is there should keep these pages from, actually, you know what, I'm going to use one of the longer clips, because this will help keep it so that the pages aren't actually going to sit down on that glue before it dries. And there's how it looks on the spine. Of course, you're probably never going to have the book like that, so I don't worry about that there. You're going to have it like that, and that's how it looks good. So what I still need to do is I'm going to rough up the edges here, and then I was thinking about doing another coat of matte medium on here, but I may not do that because it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice the way it is. On the inside, I did put that other coat of matte medium on here, and I've got little, it's just not as smooth, believe it or not. But that's okay because I usually put a pocket on these anyway. And there's that one. Let's see where when I glued this all down and the some of the paper came up, I'm going to leave that as like kind of a grunginess to it. And then these are all of the embellishments I have that came with the kit or looked good with the kit. So I may even be able to do something like this. Like that there. And make that a pocket. And then I've got all of the paper that was left over that I can certainly make pockets and tags out of. I also have, what else have we got back here? We've got lots of long tags, which are great because this is a longer book than what I usually do. I don't think this actually went with this, but I'll keep it there in case I decide I want to use it. We've got these pretty jars that can be used as embellishments on the pages. This is another thing that could be used as a pocket. Could go like that. That looks nice, doesn't it? So we've got lots that we can work with. That one might not go with this either. That's all right. Lots we can work with. This one could even go like this on the back. That works. So, lots of choices here. Now let me see how this is doing, if it held. It looks like it did. And it looks like the glue is dried. So here's how our finished cover looks. This cover is not done, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Finished, well, what is that? That's like a little piece of glue. Finished as far as the binding and the paper on the cover, the paper on the inside, and ensuring that you can't see that seam. So here I am worried about that little piece. See, there's a little bit here. I could probably go down that with the washi, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I mean, these are the things that happen, right? So I chose a yellow waxed thread for the binding. I thought it looked nice with some of that. It's two very small signatures, and that's because the book is so small, since it was like a Spot meets Sally or something like that. All right, so I think what I'm going to do next is pull together some things that I want to put on the cover, or maybe I should decorate the inside first. Does that make more sense to you? It kind of makes more sense to me, I guess. I am going to use a darker distress ink for this because it's already got a black around the outside. I just want to, you'll see, I just kind of want to bring that vintage look into the actual page, the actual, you know, printout, digital print. If I can find on my Etsy who I got this from, I will link the kit. All right, so here's what I think I want to do. I just want to go right here at this corner. And I'll put the glue. Can you see this okay? Yeah, I guess you can. Put it up a little bit. Put the glue just around the three sides here and use it as a pocket. So we're going to go. Me and my uber straight lines. You know, it kind of makes me laugh that I just cannot, I can't do a straight line. There. That looks pretty. What I wish I had done is I wish I had printed these tags on heavier paper. I mean, it'll work. It's just, it's not as heavy as I would like it to be. But it's okay. I can always back it with something. So let's put the back pocket in there. I mean, technically this should go like this, but is that how I want it? I'm not sure I do want it that way. I mean, I could do a side pocket, I guess. I mean, that way the writing is the right way and the butterfly isn't heading into the ground. It's heading into the air when it gets done on that flower. So I think maybe I'll do that. And it works better on the back so you can slide it straight out there. If I put this on the inside front, there wouldn't be a whole lot of space to slide something in and out of there. So you see how that this walnut stain kind of makes it look a little bit more vintage? Or, you know, maybe you don't. It's okay. And I'm going to put this over that fabric too, or that, you know, the lace trim. There. I haven't smushed this flat so that you can actually get stuff in and out of. Learned that one the hard way with some of my little tiny tucks that I made with the paper clips. Alright, so now we've got these two things done, and something like this could easily slide into that and peek out on one of these. It's a little busy, but that's okay. Busy can be pretty. Same here, a little busy. Alright, so so that's that for the inside cover. Now I wanted to give you an idea of what I have planned for this. This is more pink than peach, but I wanted it on there for, you know, for the texture. And I wanted to kind of incorporate some of that yellow, so I'm going to use a couple of flowers. I think I'll actually break open my glue gun. I never use the thing. It kind of drives me crazy. Mostly it drives me crazy because I don't know how to use it. Truth be told. Alright, now we've also got a bunch of this stuff too. And I really like these little pink flowers. So, this was my thought. This goes on kind of at an angle. Then I'm going to use some of these laser cut flowers. You know, they're a little thicker than cardstock, not quite chipboard. So this is what you've got here. Aren't they lovely? I love the smell of the paper. And then you've got this. It's nice that this is usable. Look at that. That would look pretty. So that it kind of stands out. I'm gonna, well, why don't we do this together? We might as well, right? I can't tell how much time I've used. I may end up splitting this video in two. So if I do, this is where I'll split it.